Well, good evening to you. Welcome to Hiratsuka. It is week 2 of the new J-League season. And week 1 threw up a weekend of high entertainment, top-class football, and some wonderful goals along the way. Most of them, of course, provided by the team that we are going to see tonight, Shonan Bellmare, playing their first home game of the season, backing up that 5-1 victory at Sagan Tosu a week ago. And tonight taking on the team that has been up and down so much in the last few years from the J-League, Yokohama FC, who are determined to secure their status this season and become an established team at this level, rather than the yo-yo club that they have been for the past few seasons. It will be difficult for Shuhei Yomoda and his side, but they were pretty good last week against Nagoya Grampus, losing by 1-0, but created plenty of chances in that game. And they will be hopeful of getting something tonight from a game against the next town over. It's a local derby tonight. And the fans have been out in force for hours for this one, and looking forward to what should be a really intriguing J-League game. Both sides determined to make their presence felt. Shonan Bellmare, as we know, have had their problems fighting relegation in recent seasons. In the pandemic season, of course, they finished bottom of the table, but was saved by the fact there was no promotion and relegation. And now, as the teams emerge from the tunnel, both wanting to make another bold announcement at the start of this new season. Shonan couldn't have made a louder noise last week with that 5-1 win. Yokohama looking to get their season off and running after a defeat last time out. Well, in the city that football team translates as beautiful sea, you can hardly see the sea tonight. There is so much rain about, the clouds are very, very low, as Hiratsuka plays host to its first Shonan Bellmare game of the season, taking on this Yokohama side, who has plenty of talent at their disposal. Also players desperate to join those who have made their name in not just the J-League, but also in international and across world football, as we've seen over the last few seasons. This is the great breeding ground for football right now. It is where all the big European clubs are doing their scouting and a lot of their shopping. And as the players take the appreciation of the crowd, we are very much ready to get down to business. The customary handshakes of respect between the two teams. Well, no surprise that Shonan Bellmare are unchanged given what they produced a week ago. They did have a couple of problems with niggles throughout the course of the week, but they have eased over the last couple of days. This shortened match week, of course, for them, with the game on a Friday night. And once again, Song Moon-kyun is the goalkeeper. It's a back three again of Tachi, Oyo and Sugioka. Ryoto Nagaki will sit just in front, and then the likes of Onose and Hiroaka will provide support for that front two. Shuto Mashino and the current top scorer of the J-League, Yoki Ohashi. 3 a week ago for him. Well, we have the top level officials tonight. Ayato Shimizu is in charge with Yuda Yamamoto in the VAR booth. always handy if we don't need too much intervention there. Here's the Yokohama side that is the same side that lost narrowly last week to Nagoya Grampus. Hiro Takamita did have a slight knock in the week, but he's okay. And they will look once again to Shion Inui and to Koki Ogawa to lead the way for them. The question mark has been whether or not they will score enough goals this season. But the side that came up last season from the second division, now desperate to make an impact this season. There's Satoshi Yamaguchi. What a start for him last week, what a start for his side. And he says very much same again. Shuhei Yamamoto wasn't too downhearted or downbeat with his side last week. He just feels they need to take those opportunities when they do come. They were full of goals towards the end of last season. 8 goals in the last 3 games, but they lost 2 of those. Prior to that, it was very much a case of grinding them out and getting back into the top flight, having been relegated the season before. Now they are back at the very top level and desperate to make their name amongst the big boys. It's Yokohama who will get us underway. Gabriel with the first ball forward downfield. A little twist and turn by Agawa, and Agawa's in here, and he's scored. The flag has gone up now. So for the time being, Koki Agawa's goal will not stand. But within 13 seconds of the start of the game, the ball is in the back of the net, and immediately we are going to need the attentions of the VAR officials. Astonishing start to the game. Let's have a look and see how it develops now. Well, the flag went up there, and it's in by last season's top scorer. Got a feeling this is going to stand. It's all happened so quickly, but Yokohama could be off to a dream start. We do, of course, just have the different view that the VAR official has to what we see, and it can throw a different perspective on the lives of the players. But Koki Agawa, 26 goals in the league last season, feels that he has given Yokohama the lead here and got his first J-League goal in the colours of Yokohama. It's a delay right at the start of the game. It's Gabriel downfield. It has the ball breaks here. It's a lovely touch by Koki Agawa. And well, looking across the line from there, does look as though this goal will stand, but we wait to see. We wait the official news from the VAR booth. Incredible start to the game. 13 seconds when the ball went into the back of the Shonan Bellmare net. He's got one previous J-League goal in the colours of Jubilo Iwata. It came in 2018 against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. And the goal will stand. It is a dream start for Yokohama. It's a memorable moment for last season's top scorer in the second tier. Well, we talked about them taking their chances tonight. They've taken the first chance of the game. The defence just never dealt with it. It's a lovely little pass, isn't it? And the calmest of finishes by Kokiagawa. What a start for Yokohama. Will always be until they achieve the success of their neighbours, Marinos, the other team in Yokohama. Well, the side who scored 5 last week find themselves behind very, very early on this week. The very best of starts as Onose tries to win the corner. This touch did come off the Bellmare midfielder. Well, they were ahead themselves inside 3 minutes last week. They were behind tonight in 1 minute. Well, technically the goal was given in the 4th minute. Lara moving the ball on here. It's a little short for Wada. Just has to change direction and come back round. On through to the goalkeeper, who now gets a touch in play, having already conceded. Songbum John. It's nicely done by Ishimara. Played a really high-intensity attacking game last week, and they're in already for a possible equaliser. The goalkeeper did just about enough, Nagai. And it's cleared away at the expense of a corner. Really good response from the home side there. Sugiyoko with a corner. It's headed away well by the leaping Kondo. Shihara moving the ball on. Support on this near side comes from Kokitachi. Good piece of defensive work by Yuri Lara. It's only the 5th meeting in the top flight of these sides. Lots and lots of meetings in the 2nd tier of Japanese football. Of course, looking to make 5 seasons in a row in the top flight, the longest run this century for Shonan Bellmare. Say they picked up 4 points from their last 3 games the season before last to stay up, and then stayed up pretty comfortably last season. Now looking again to find that answer to that early goal. The challenge and the block was by Gabriel, but the pressure just started to mount on the Yokohama goal. Well, Hasha with a shot, Gabriel with the block. Experienced Brazilian now wearing the armband in his 2nd year. Tangle of legs over there, but it's broken nicely, and it's broken kindly. Not the best delivery of the cross into the middle. One thing that you can't ever do, of course, in these stadiums, that keeps the noise down. Certainly the home supporters will be lifted by the reaction of their team to going behind so early on in this game. Stunned, really. Just a hopeful ball forward by that man there on the ball now, Gabriel. Just never dealt with it defensively. It's a good touch by Shonan Bellmare. Thought about a hit and then convinced himself to go for the strike was Nagaki. Well, here's the official lines that we could see. And whilst the naked eye did show us something, the computer backed it up as well. Well, sometimes the naked eye can be wrong when looking at the angles across the pitch, but I think it was pretty evidently clear that that was going to count. Again, Yokohama trying to make ground down that right-hand side. A little back here, which will release the man into the penalty area. There's a couple of appeals for a penalty. As the man went down, it might still break here as well, as the shot was hit by Lara. It's helped across towards Ogawa again. They look a threat, don't they? Nakamura this time with the effort as he came running across from that right full-back position. Really lively start on a rainy, miserable night in Hiratsuka. Nagai downfield. Mita. Nakamura again. Well, that's a little short from Gabriel, and it leads to a 3 against 2, and the opportunity is the man at the far post who can't keep the shot down. The goalkeeper did get a touch, and it was an important touch as well. The pass was so short, seized upon by Onose, who was able to pick out the man at the far post, and it's over the top from Machino. It's a second corner for Shonan Bellmare. Again, the defenders have come forward from the back, the likes of Oyowa, Sugioka and Tachi. Nagaki will have to take again. There's plenty to aim for. It's a very good header away by Gabriel. Have to win that header as well. It was a very firm one from the Brazilian. And then the cover around the back was very good as well from Takuya Wada. He was the most alert there as the ball came back into the penalty area. They've not looked altogether comfortable so far defensively of the visitors, but they have this lead. They have something to hold on to. And the attempt to get the ball back across was by Kokotachi. Wasn't the easiest. He was jumping high as the ball was just dying on him a little. Well, they were always one of the favourites to rejoin the J-League last season with Yokohama after their relegation. In the end, they were able to cruise on. That's not the best clearance by Tachi, but he will get away with it. It's nicely done and nicely won. Looking to release Shutamoshino again. Plenty of time for Kendo Nagai to deal with it. There's enough contact on Takumi Nakamura. too tight from Taiyo Haruaka. Well, again, it's a long pump downfield. The idea was to try and release that break again. Tomoki Kondo was the furthest forward on that far side. Difficult ball to take, coming over his shoulder on his head. Trying to control it and keep it in play. It's full of vibrancy, this game, isn't it? Full of vigour. Certainly nothing cagey about it from either side. Gabriel. Okay, the ball was looking for Agawa. That's a really good read. The touch was just a little heavy from Nakamori. He will go for the return, and he's got time and he's got space. And they've managed to clear it away through Kozuki Oiwa. Otherwise, that's 2-0. With Agawa again waiting right in the centre of the goal for a tap-in. Got one, nearly had two there. Urotake Mita will go and take this corner. 15 minutes of end-to-end stuff in Hiratsuka so far. Lots of jostling, lots of movement. A very, very firm header away. Plenty of time to take the ball and tidy up. You've got to be careful, he has been fouled. There's Inui. He was going back towards his own goal, he was going the wrong way. He was grateful that the defender Ishihari had a firm old grasp of him. That's nicely done. And another ball that is released for Ohashi, and this is Machino, takes it down beautifully. Oh yes, that's a lovely goal. Shuta Machino with the finish. And it was absolutely delightful. Yuki Ohashi, the destroyer of a week ago, turns the provider this week. It's a lovely cushioned header. Still a lot to do though for Shuta Machino. My oh my, didn't he do it well? First touch is exquisite. Second wasn't too bad either. It's a really, really good goal. Well, he didn't get it on the act last week. He's amongst the goals now. Game on. Is there a response immediately from Yokohama? That's straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Songbum Kyon able to gather. Just wonder if the game will settle down a little now. Shock of Yokohama's first minute goal, and no doubt Shonan Bellmare have been coming back at them ever since. Trying to bomb on downfield. Played that really open brand of attacking football last week, it must be said. Satoshi Yamaguchi has indicated that the way he wants his side to play this year is that fast, open attacking football. Might not work against everyone, it certainly worked last week, and they're going behind it, it's working tonight. Ishihari will take the free kick for Tachi. On by Taigo Ata. This is Shuta Machino again, looks up for support. And he picked up the one white shirt in between three green shirts. Oh, they've given it away again here. Just leaning back, just got underneath and call it which way you want. But it was not the place to give the ball away. Half a chance, certainly. For Yukio Ashi. Gabriel. This is Wada. Challenge is good from Ishihara. And 20 minutes in, goal apiece. Just lost away a little there, the visitors. Gabriel, well, there was certainly a little bit of contact, but certainly the experience of Yukio Hashi feeling it and able to show the referee that there was plenty of contact to him. It's not the best clearance in the world by the goalkeeper. What they have done well is Kasuko Onosi has picked up the ball in really good positions. He's been the one that's broken up the play, supported the front two. Here he is again. Followed by Nakamori. That's good from Ishihari. Really tidy win of the ball, and then keeping the possession and finding his goalkeeper. Very highly rated is Songbum Kyon, the 25-year-old South Korean international, brought in from Hyundai. Nice, a little bit of space as well. The delivery is good. Now the follow-up arrives. And again it's Ogawa, who was onside. The flag stays down. And the ball cannons back off the woodwork. Shion, who knew it so close to a second. They carved that out beautifully. I mentioned Yokohama not looking too comfortable defensively at times. I think you could say the same about the home side. They knew he's so close there. All came from a really tidy bit of play. That's a strange-looking ball, which ends up in the net. One of the craziest goals you'll ever see. And it comes from Takuya Wada just moments after Yokohama could have scored at the other end themselves. What on earth was he thinking? What on earth was he doing? Well, the idea is to fire it across goal to his teammate. Square ball, always an element of risk, but it slides off the outside of his boot, and the ball took an age, an eternity. And he's never felt like that in football before, you guarantee that. The most bizarre own goal you'll ever see. There's Ogawa at the other end. And the goalkeeper with a fine save. Oh, he's a threat, isn't he, Koki Ogawa? This was really instinctive. Really good stop from Song Bum-kyung. Well, a few minutes ago, Yokohama were in front. Now they trail. Can they answer back? Under the Friday night lights. Well, that's given away a little carelessly. Straight to Hiroaka. And on by Ohashi. Well, they managed to get Nakamori in the way. That's a meter for Gabriel. Nakamori. Takumi Nakamori again. Just over on this left-hand side at the moment. So he would be standing a little bit more comfortably now. Satoshi Yamaguchi with his side having turned around the early goal. Still looks none too pleased, none too satisfied. Gabriel will find his goalkeeper. Strange thing, of course, with the own goal is that Kengo Nagai had made an angle for the back pass, which is why he found himself so far out of his goal mouth. That won't come for Agawa, who's trying to win the ball. Itachi with the ball forward. Gabriel again with a firm old challenge on Ohashi. A little too physical for everyone's liking. That's why very, very high from Atletico Mineiro man. In his defence, his eyes were firmly fixed on the ball. That's what he is indicating in the message he's trying to get across. He's been very apologetic. Certainly Ohashi will feel that. And if you stud indentations in his chest. Either way, it's a free kick. Well, they can't concede again so quickly now, Yokohama, if they want to stay in this game. Nagaki again over the set piece. Dealt with by Duka. That's nicely done and really good from the busy Sakamoto. Agawa. Shot very well charged down. And the ball really well won back again. He's looking for Sakamoto. Tachi was in the way. Mita. She had his clearance, wasn't the most authoritative. The shot was bobbling. It wasn't hit with the greatest power as it came bundling through from Hiratsuka. But certainly needed saving from the goalkeeper. Needed holding as well. So we'll go downfield. Clever touch, impressive touch. Falls nicely. It's a really nice piece of skill again, and a really positive run from Kazuki Onose. Again, he's done so well in the nearly 30 minutes we've had so far. Referee says it's a goal kick. Following the challenge by Gabriel, certainly a double touch on it. No problem here. It's going to require some attention for Yuri Lara, who is down. Certainly a double kiss, wasn't there? Second one off the knee of Gabriel. The referee not spotting that. I'm thinking it was off the Shonan man. He's slow to get up here. There's Yuri Lara. Newcomer to Yokohama for their arrival in the J-League this season. Been back at Vasco da Gama last season. That one's just taken the wind out of his sails, should be okay. I see Takuya Wada just getting a few words from his coaching staff and teammates there. Probably needs them as well right now, given what happened to him a few minutes ago. No matter what preparations you have, what tactics you have, you just can't legislate for moments like that on a football field. Nicely done by Onose again. Eventually he just ran out of room, and Ishihara can't keep it. We were asking for a free kick. Ishihara might just need a little bit of treatment here. Foot on the foot. A few stud marks into the toes. One of those where the ball is caught in the middle of a throng of players and everyone's putting the foot down at the same time, and ultimately someone's going to end up with some studs in the toes. Referee's happy for us to continue with the throw, which is to be taken by Wada. Vita won the header. There is a foul by Gabriel. Just going through a little passage of the game now where there's plenty of stoppages and breaks in the play. We've not quite got that fluency and fluidity that we had a little earlier. Yokohama really scrapping to get back into it, having been in front so early. Remember, with a group of players who came up from the second tier, but plenty of players, of course, who have so much experience. It's lovely from Onose again. The turn is by Ohashi. And the space inside the penalty area. That's an important challenge by Lara. Nagaki again will go and take the corner. Well, the signals there. Now can they find the delivery to match? Well, it was a leap by Ohashi at the far post. Machino was actually behind him in a really good position. Not that he was to know that. Had just wandered free of his man. Two were at the far post. Defender did just enough to put him off. Here's Gabriel again. Again, it's that slow, moving the ball around before they then start to try and find a hole in this Shonan Bellmare side and move the ball downfield. But that has been symptomatic of what they've done in this first half. They've given the ball away on a number of occasions. Machino can't find Ohashi. That's nicely done though by Nagaki. On it goes one further. Attempt to get the ball across, he's well charged down. Really good cover from the defender. Very, very nearly finding a way through again though. That's what they've done on a number of occasions. Off goes Ryoto Nagaki again. Well, Hata. He's just wandering free at the moment, although he's stood off at the edge of the penalty area now. To leave the 6 inside the box. Again, they're coming round the back. Oh, that's come off the woodwork from the defender again. It's Lara who, in his attempt to keep the ball out of play, or keep the ball out of the net, has managed to hit his own post. So close to a second own goal. But Onose again. Lara's attempting clearance. Then the secondary challenge. And again, a little twist, turn and shot, which the goalkeeper is able to gather. They're just really growing into their ascendancy now on the home side. Could easily have added to the 2 goals they've got. Gabriel. Yokohama will certainly look to the fact that they have been a threat. Hit the post with that really fine effort, a couple of really dangerous balls across the penalty area. Into the goal by Kokiagawa that was scored so early on in the game. A little over 7 minutes to go until half-time. Goalkeeper just had to readjust then. The ball didn't have the greatest amount of pace on it. Again, they've given it away, and again it's Kosuke Onose who picks up the loose ball, and they're in for another. And the chance is spurred by Shuta Machino. He went for the cute finish. It wasn't cute enough, it was off target, but look at how easy they find their way through after winning the ball. Yokohama were pretty solid last week defensively. They've been opened up so many times in this first half, and really now could easily have been put away by Shonan. Not sure of the legality of that throw by Nakamori, but he's got away with it. Not got away with that bad pass there. Only a poor touch from the man advancing. First thing that Anos's done wrong all day. Just lost their way a little here, Yokohama. Just going through that phase of play where nothing's going right for them. It's catching. Ryota Nagaki's done the same there, just put the ball straight into play. Nakamori. Have been plenty of goals when these sides have met down the years. Shonan Bellmare's that last couple of wins before last season here, 2 seasons ago, shall I say, by the odd goal. Kosuke Onosi again. Certainly they will hope that history repeats itself. On the home side, they went behind 2 years ago when the sides were hit. Although that goal came after an hour. He's got 2 very late goals that day. Behind here after a minute. And the slide challenge was a little mistimed by Nagaki on Hirotaki Mita. Well, it's a free kick in a good area. Referee is determined to keep the cards in the pocket, I think, much to the consternation of Hirotaki Mita. Well, where's the next twist in this game? Can they find a route back in to it? It's towards Gabriel. 3 defenders closing on him, just did enough. That's really well defended as Wada was trying to make his way forward. Just crowded out of it. His own goal feels a long, long time ago now, doesn't it? Here's that ball as it came off the post, off Lara. Well, they've had chances, haven't they? Well, Lara putting the ball onto the feet of Shuta Machino. Coming back off the woodwork. Again, the space. Shihara. That's a foul on Gabriel. Oh, play's gone on as Gabriel stays down. The referee did put his whistle in his mouth there to indicate he was going to blow. The Brazilian has stayed down here as well. And the concern is that he's landed very, very awkwardly. And straight away he's indicating he's not going to be able to continue. Well, not the best angle to see as he tumbled there. But he knew straight away something was wrong there. It's a real blow. As Yokohama could be about to lose their captain here. Such an influential figure. This is the angle you'll see it as he lands now. I think it had already gone, hadn't it? As he jumped for the ball and tried to make the block. Either way, he will be departing. And Katsuya Iwatake will come on to replace him, but what a blow for Yokohama. Well, the game couldn't have started any better, but as we move towards half-time, things couldn't be getting much worse for them. They've not only lost their lead, they've now lost their captain as well. Referee right as well. It didn't look as though he was fouled as he went down, but when you see the replay there, you can see it's just the way that he landed that caused the injury. John Hutchison there, the coach of Yokohama, just behind the substitute. One of the assistants, of course, to Ange Postecoglou during his time across the city at Marinos. Now back in the J-League. He's been working in America most recently. The Australian. Iwatake is on. Time added on, 5 minutes of it. Mostly, of course, for that first minute VAR that we had. That's moved up towards Ogawa. Okay, they've given the ball away in a horrible area, and Shuta Machino's made really good ground again, and he's in a goal again, and the goalkeeper able to make the save. Well, Kengo Nagai, and a little bit of wasteful finishing still has Yokohama in this game. Again, they gave the ball away in such a bad area, the visitors. This time it was Inoue who was guilty of being profligate in possession. Onose's ball across, and the defence had completely knocked off that time. And Hiroaka over the top. This is so simple. Defence had just completely knocked off. Oh, the fact that, again, it's a little wasteful from Taiyo Hiraoki. Onose can't keep it. By Lara. Nakamori. Sakamoto. That's deep. Won't come for Ogawa. Won't come for Sakamoto. Wada can't keep it. But now he's got a long way back to go because he's having to chase Shuta Machino again. Ohashi waits in the middle. Well, it's a difficult chance. Ball's a little behind him as it's coming in. He's got a defender to deal with as well. Boniface and Duka as well. Difficult opportunity. That's a bit of an agricultural leap, shall we say, from Kokiagawa. Not much going right for Yokohama at the moment. And Shonan Bellmare certainly at the moment, well, they've been like that since about an hour before the game. Certainly doing it with much more jubilance in them now, and plenty more vigour as well. by Duka. Have to win that header as well with Machino. With him again, that breaks nicely. Again, the ball is delivered long. The cover is really good around the back from Oiwa. Song took his time, so he used every millisecond of it to get the ball downfield. We just have to be careful with white shirts closing him down and one behind him as well. This is Wada. Now Sakamoto. He just caught Inui on his heels a little. Well, we're approaching the 5 minutes of additional time that were added on by the referee. Really good first half. In miserable conditions, it must be said. That rain has been getting heavier and heavier as the half has gone on. Yokohama got out of the traps very quickly. With all that joy of an early goal for Yokohama, there's somewhat evaporated. Hokiagawa putting them in front very, very early on. With a fine finish after a long, hopeful ball downfield. But a gift of an equaliser, Takuya Wada putting through his own net, trying to play the ball across his back line and slicing the ball. And then a fine finish by Shuta Machino, turning the game round. And Shonan Bellmare, who scored 5 last week, they've got 2 already. They could add a lot more as well. They're very much on top now. Half time, it's Shonan Bellmare 2, Yokohama 1. Welcome back to the Lemon Gas Stadium in Hiratsuka. 2-1 to the home side. Well, backing up their first day 5-1 victory, coming from behind against newly promoted Yokohama. And there is another change coming for Yokohama, with Caprini coming on for the second half, and Shonan is making way as they look to find something to get them back into this game. On will come the Brazilian. Well, Yokohama got off to a flyer, didn't they, at the start of the game? They've got that goal inside the first minute. Since then, everything's gone wrong for them. The own goal, then the concession of a goal. And then, of course, losing their captain to injury as well. Now, looking to get back into this game. They haven't won here for 12 years. A 1-0 victory back in 2011 when Kenji Arabori scored the only goal of the game. There was a time around the turn of the century that they were regular winners in Hiratsuka. Remember, it's as close to the local derbies you can have, really. Two cities right next to each other. His first involvement in the game. And it's Kondo to bring the ball downfield. They've given it away again, and they're fouled by the Brazilian. Just reminding the referee that he's just come on, the 25-year-old who came on as a substitute last week. He was cautioned, by the way, in that game when he came on. He's certainly combative. Spent all his career in his native Brazil until this year. That's Machino. He's not going to return as well. And also, Ohashi and Machino have been a really troubling front three for Yokohama. A lot of it has been self-inflicted, you have to say, giving the ball away inside their own half of the field. The corner has been taken quickly and short. They've worked a little bit of time on space. It's a good header away. And now the counter-attack. And Caprini can't keep hold of it. Again, it is just a case of trying to keep that foothold. Yuri Lara and co, and they have managed to get the ball down and move it through the Shonan Bellmare half. It has been really positive for them, and they have created a number of chances in the game. Remember, they hit the woodwork just before the equaliser when they could have gone 2-up. It was Inoue who's now made way for the Brazilian Caprini. That's Nakamori. It's Caprini again. What Inoue wasn't able to do was provide the link-up that I think they would have wanted a little more. Again, it's just the difficulties they've had in moving the ball forward through their own half. They are determined to keep playing, though. Caprini again. Again, it's Wada who's made the run from fullback. Credit to him, despite that own goal, his levels haven't dropped. He's still going through the same level of work that he was going through, and the qualities as well. A little unfortunate not to win a corner there. Certainly you felt as the half went on and Shonan Bellmare got more and more on top, they were able to relax a lot more. Any side that won 5-1 last week would go into the game with real confidence. They were certainly rocked by that early Yokohama goal. That's a lovely ball forward. Ohashi with the chase. Goalkeeper has come and dealt with it. And That guy has been called upon a number of occasions. And but for the goalkeeper and some wasteful finishing, Shonan Bellmare could have had some more goals in that first half. It's been a very open game. That's out by Wada. It's Kokotachi with the throw. Onose was trying to make the run. Sunduka on to Takumi Nakamori. Wata the substitute, and he'll replace the injured captain Gabriel just before half-time. Nakamori again. That's a little loose from Caprini, giving the ball away. For the first time, I think Shonan Bellmare weren't quite able to capitalise on it and seize upon it. Man down inside the centre circle, which everyone's turned round and looked at. The referee eventually will stop the game. It's Koki Sakamoto, who's down, just been caught a little late by Onose there. In one of those where the feet arrive at the ball at the same time, and invariably someone ends up with a couple of studs on the top of the foot. Koki Sakamoto's industry, been very busy in this game. Created that second opportunity where he knew he hit the post. It was 1-0 at the time to the visitors, and now of course they trail. And I think those supporters themselves would know, just as all the educated watchers of Japanese football would know, that it's expected to be a difficult season for Yokohama, having come up again last season from the second tier of Japanese football. They've been up and down so much in recent seasons, just unable to quite establish themselves, which is where Shonan Bellmare are really now, opposite ends of the spectrum. The home side, who themselves had been something of a yo-yo club. 5 years in the top flight. We survived by the skin of the teeth on a couple of those occasions. That defensive cover was really good. Well, you had one blocking the defender and one just seeing the ball out of play. That was really, really nicely done between Taiga Hata and Daiki Sugioka. It's Hata again. Goalkeeper's coming a long, long way. But he was always in control, was Nagai. Quickly has to get back to his goal mouth. The ball didn't come back too quickly. Don't have multi-ball in play. Goalkeeper able just to relax a little. It's Hata again. Sugioka. Touchdown was impressive by Hiraoka. Came at him really, really awkwardly. This is Takomi Kondo. Ball released now for Caprini. There is support arriving. Can he pick out a white shirt? He's still going for goal here. Was rather single-minded in his approach. The eventual outcome wasn't what was required. There is Gabriel, who concern will be that he's wearing a full knee brace there. It will be non-weight bearing for the short journey home. It's about an hour between the two stadiums if you went point to point. Traffic may be a little calmer, of course, at the end of the game rather than it was when they were arriving in rush hour. Just over 35 kilometres between the two stadiums. Two places next to each other on the map. They are pretty far apart in the table right now, because a victory for Shonan Bellmare, of course, would have them very much at the top of the early table. And, as it stands now, 2 wins behind them and 7 goals. Hiratsuka can't keep it. Good win by Lara. Caprini. It's nicely done, and Caprini will go for goal. Well, he caught that one beautifully, and the goalkeeper, Song, with a very good save. This is Nakamori. We're just going to run away from Sakamoto, who was arriving at the far post. It was a really nice win by Lara, and they set it up beautifully, didn't they? Lara for Caprini. He's a long way out, that's what you would say. I mean, he's caught it really, really well, but it's going to take a really, really good shot to beat Song from there. And the former Hyundai goalkeeper, South Korea, 5 years as first choice there, with what was a fairly routine and regulation save in the end. But again, an indication that Yokohama aren't done. They can be a threat in this game. Wada and Mita will stand aside here for Caprini, to take the free kick with that left foot of his. Spends a lot of time in training, according to his teammates, working on his set pieces. That's a lovely ball. Header in the end was falling backwards from Lara. He was offside anyway, so irrelevant had he got it on target, but he was so determined to win the ball. He got himself ahead of the last man a little too early. Did well to continue when he got that injury in the first half. It looked as though that might take him off the field. Song downfield. Well, actually handled it really well. Can't find Shuta Machino though. This is Wada. Well, they're battling away for the ball. It's fallen really kindly for Yokohama. Now there is space on this near side. And just got a little bit caught in too much of a rush to get the ball over to this near side where the game was opening up. Back by Sugioka to his goalkeeper. Nicely done by Taigahata. Sugioka. He's got that all wrong. Looking to hit the line. A little too tight to it and hit it with a little bit of fade rather than a little bit of draw, to use golf parlance. Bent it out of play rather than kept it in play. Onose. And it might open up for Shuta Machino, and Onose with the effort. Ambitious. Will file that one down us on the volley, 30 metres out. Well, he's never really looked satisfied throughout. His side could have been firmly clear by now. Stands at the moment, the game is still very open. Okiyagawa, not seen much of him. Just been somewhat peripheral and been quite influential early on in the game. Not just the goal, but also moment when he was very nearly in, and a big part to play when they hit the post as well. But the striker, 26 goals last season, will only be as good as the service into him and the supply line that has been cut off well. Away by Sugioka. Here's Ogawa, Caprini, and Ogawa, and Sakamoto. And the goalkeeper just beats the ball away. Sakamoto will try again. Nakamori coming to help the attack, but sometimes it was just a case of too many players too close to the ball. Nakamori will win it back though there. Full of energy is the fullback. The cross is delivered, it's just a little bit too high, and Sakamoto just got in a little too quickly as Tomoki Kondo just made that ground down that line, got around his defender. We have played for an hour in Hiratsuka. Week 2 of the J-League season. Under the Friday night lights, we've got a really good game. This is still very open. This is Yuki Ohashi. Ishihari. Ohashi, oh, and it flicks up onto the body of Taiyo Hiraoka. He's not quite able to take it in. Had he been able to take it in or got a luckier bounce, he would have had certainly the goal at his mercy with just the goalkeeper in front of him. Iwatake, the substitute. Takumi Nakamori. Caprini. There's nothing way down that right side, so they're going to try the other way. Here's Mita. Sakamoto. Towards the Koki Agawa again, just a little too big for him. I fully understand why he was very much part of the pre-match build-up and the talk in this game. With all those goals that he scored last season. Really such an emerging name in Japanese football. Such big things expected of him after last season. Eita. And they're backing off. Challenge eventually made by Iwata. Shuta Machino thought he was in for a moment. Iwataka did well. Sakamoto rides that challenge beautifully. And another. Defender Kokutachi was in the way. Stayed calm, didn't he, Sakamoto? But the further he went, the more numbers were getting back to provide the cover. He just got himself into a little bit of a tangle. Managed to get himself out of it. Boniface and Nuka. That's nice. Lovely take, Igawa. Now he needs support. And Caprini, they're appealing for handball as the block was made. And the referee turns around and says corner, nothing more. Well, we needed VAR very early on in the game. This will certainly be reviewed now, but even though it comes off the arm of Taigahata, it is very much by his side. We're going to wait for some substitutions to be made before we have the corner. Ryota Yamashita. 25-year-old formerly of Tokyo Verdy will come on. Takuya Wada will make way. He scored that own goal. Koki Sakamoto is also going to make way as well for Kento Hashimoto. So double change, tab to the one that they've already made, of course. Hashimoto joining this season from Renovo Yamaguchi. Another new acquisition for the new season. For the season back in the top flight. Caprini's touch all the way through, no one gets there. And it's going to come right across goal. Caprini again. Well, how did Shonan Bellmare survive that ball? How did nobody get a touch? They themselves will make a change now. And the very, very experienced Tariq Elianusi will come on, along with Hiroyuki Abe. And Yuki Ohashi, Tayo Hiraoka will make way. Plenty of experience in Elianusi. And Abe, of course, is just a couple of years his junior at the age of 33. Title winner, of course, in the J-League. Oh, that's a great header! Whew. Well, you won't get any closer than that. What a brilliant header that is by Kokiagawa. Look at the leap, so prodigious. And the power on it, everyone thought it was in. Including the goalkeeper. Shaves the post and goes wide. Well, he's had a number of efforts at goal. Volley, of course, that was tipped over brilliantly. That header now to add to his goal. No one's surprised that he got 26 last season. Here's Abe. Onose can't control the ball. Lifted forward again. Goalkeeper Song has come. Dealt with that very well. Well, Shuta Machino was offside as he went for the header. Just going through a phase where Yokohama look as threatening as they have all game, including when they were in front. New attacker. That's out of play, it will be a throw. There's a little bit of nonsense going on, which the referee will just want to knock on the head. I think it was the reaction from Ishihari that the referee didn't want to see. The attacker will try and calm things down as well. Yamashita was not too happy. Ishihari is. He's smiling all the way through. Now, a look of focus. And he's got a yellow card. No scowl as of yet. Into the final quarter of the game. Again, opportunity presenting itself for Yokohama to try and level this game up. They have fought all the way through this. Strange game, really. They could have been out of sight in terms of Shonan Bellmare's chances a little earlier. But after they could have themselves been 2 or 3 up. 1-0 in the first minute. A couple of chances after that as well. Wasn't altogether convincing from Song Bum-kyon. Here's Tariq Alianusi. Nicely done by Nduka. Hashimoto. Long and straight. And it's Kokiagawa again. Lara just lost away a little in the attack, but that's nicely done. This is Mita. It's deflected away for another corner. Well, they're keeping on coming, aren't they? Will they be rewarded? Shonan Bellmare's defence is certainly being asked questions of. There were frailties in the first half. Goalkeeper will see that away. Caprini will try again. Goes the other way this time. Inter will get the ball away. Tariq Alianusi won't get there. Caprini. So we come towards the Brazilian again. Can't keep it though as he meets it at full flow. That's nicely done by Abe. And this is Shuta Machino. The cover was good. Iwatake getting the ball away. Well, they're on the counter-attack now, they are sitting in. Just wonder which the next swing will be in this game. Noriyuki Abe, as we mentioned, goes past 250 appearances today in the Japanese top flight. Great achievement from him, the former title winner. Questions of a foul, but here's Alianusi. Could end the game here. Good challenge by Nduka. Made the block when he was desperately needed to. Abe again. Monosa. Shinari will offer support. So too will Kokitachi. He's had that up in the air rather than anywhere. Slammed away by Hashimoto. Well, there have been times in this game where Shonan Bellmare have looked really, really impressive. A really dominant attacking force. At the moment, though, they are scramble, keep their lead. Well, that's broken forward, but it will be dragged back because there was another late tackle and it's going to be a yellow card as well. Mita was caught for the first time today. He wanted a yellow card then. What was a little late from the veteran. Machino wasn't too far away from nicking that. Yamashita. Nakamori. go backwards. The press on him was good. Duka was again closed down. It's good pressing from Shonan Bellmare. Mita can't find Lara. He managed to get the ball back. Might have been a little puddle in there, but the referee happy to let play go. And again, the white shirts move forward. And again, it's Caprini. Can't just quite thread the ball through for Kokiagawa. That's Agawa. This is Caprini. He can't keep it. It was an untimely slip by Nakamori. Duka just has to be careful there as he's closed down by Abe. Hashimoto. Duka's touch was heavy. He's going to get away with it. It's only Lucy who's down. Players going on while he lies down. It's Nakamori. It's Tomoki Kondo. Yuri Lara. Cross is very, very high, and always bending away from those who are waiting. Lucy is still waiting to get some treatment. And he does get his foot caught underneath Boniface and Duka, which will certainly leave his ankle a little sore. Just so as the big defender was sliding, Lucy was trying to escape from him, and just caught the ankle, which would have just jarred it a little. So one for the Norwegian. Career that started with Fredrikstad. Native Norway all the way back in 2006. Native Norway, of course. He was born in Morocco, but moved to Norway at a very young age. It's once again flicked on the goalkeeper's come, and it was very well dealt with, because there were two coming at them, and Daiki Sugioka just took charge and dealt with it. That's a loose one by Lara, but given away. Yamashita. Again, the cover is good. There's a foul though on Lara, and it's a free kick in a really good area. This. Well, this is where they can load up. Well, Lara got there first, didn't he, before Ishihara showed the free kick would go his way. Well, can Yokohama find this goal? Can they find the delivery to find their way through? Ogawa waits around the penalty spot, now makes his move away. Goalkeeper punches clear, followed up but miscued. Another chance. Well, Hashimoto miscued it, saw the ball was still at his feet, got the shot away, and it's Sugioka who goes and gets in the way. There you go, not this time, this time. And the defensive cover was good, Sugioka did well. Now what can they do from the corner? Not Caprini's best delivery. And the counter-attack, as Elianusi will chase. Very well done by Tomoki Kondo, though. He's the last man, the only man. Caprini, it's caught underneath his feet. He'll break for Lara. He looks for support, which was not behind him. And in his attempts to get the ball across goal, he couldn't quite hook around it enough. Well, they're desperate to get back into this, aren't they? They put a lot into getting back into this. Shuhei Yomoda. He's just hoping that they can find that one moment. Certainly if they'd have offered him a point before the game, he'd have taken it. That's the aim now, to get back into this. It's another good ball, but as Kondo chases, the goalkeeper will gather. It's a sore one for the Yokohama man, who's just going to need that stretching off as the cramp sets in. Well, everything just tightened up, didn't it? We'll be hoping it is just cramp and not a hamstring going. Well, no matter what the medical teams do here, it doesn't ease the pain. Doesn't seem to ease the muscle either. While we are paused here, there will be time to get that next change in. Noaki Yamada, another vastly experienced man, will come on. Well, he had 2 tryouts, didn't he, at Shonan Bellmare before he joined from Urawa Red Diamonds. Eventually making it a permanent deal in 2020. He will come on now. That's Ryoto Nagaki who will make way. And Yokohama can make their change as well. And, freshening things up, getting the injured man off. Tomoki Kondo making way. Shoito on to replace him. That's Yamashita on the chase. Defensive cover was by Kuzuki Oiwa. Well, they've got another corner. Mita again. Desperate to stay forward as they chase the game, but told defensive duties still have to come first. Not time for everyone up yet. Caprini with the take. Ogawa! Well, he really is something very, very special. This Koki Ogawa. A goal at the very start of the game for him, now one towards the end to level things up for Yokohama. It's a brilliant header again. So close when he hit the woodwork a little earlier. But no mistake this time. It's 2 for him, it's 2 for Yokohama. It's 2-2 in Hiratsuka. It's the night when he really announces himself. Not just to the J-League, but to world football. Kokyagawa. He was always very, very talented as a young player. Everyone knew all about him when he was scoring goals that were just so special, and the number of them all through the age groups at international level for Japan. Oh, Shonan Bellmare go back at the other end and very nearly found a way through. Again, defensively, they just opened up on Onose. Had the opportunity. Desperate challenge. They've worked so hard to get back into this game, Yokohama. But the vulnerabilities remain. Kokitachi with the effort. The goalkeeper, who's not too convincing, does keep it out once, twice. Shonan Bellmare goes down, and the referee says penalty. Wow! What drama on Friday night in Hiratsuka. Yokohama, who just leveled things up. Well, it was chaotic inside the penalty area. The goalkeeper was not too convincing, but he kept it out. Now as the ball breaks here. And again, it's over to Yamamoto-san in the VAR booth to either confirm or overturn the decision of the referee. Hayato Shimizu has given the penalty. Now Yuda Yamamoto will decide whether or not they will stay with it. On that evidence, you'd be surprised if it stands. How much contact was there? Certainly there's contact between the bodies, but was there contact between the legs? Well, there's so many debates out there on the playing field at the moment. It was all very heated inside the box. It was all very chaotic. It was all very hurried. The referee is waiting to see whether the decision he has made will be confirmed by Yuda Yamamoto. Well, this must be the edgiest moment now for all concerned. The referee is saying to the players to make their way out of the penalty area. You can see the reaction from Yamashita to the referee. And Shuta Machino, who won the penalty, scored a brilliant goal in the first half. Could break Yokohama hearts here, because they've only just got back into the game. And now they may well find themselves behind once again. The referee has a job clearing the penalty area. It's been a long old wait. Well, this is a moment to win the match for Shonan. We are still waiting again. Oh, and now we've seen that it's not going to stand. And we are told it's offside. Wow. So the decision to keep the foul stood. And everyone looks a little confused and bewildered, and Yokohama survive. when everything was going on so quickly in that moment. To give credit to the officials in the VAR with Yude Yamamoto, who went through everything systematically, broke it down, and that's why it's offside against Tariq Elianusi, as the ball was delivered back into the penalty area from the first shot. Here's Caprini, Nakamori, and Nakamori again, managing to get the ball away. Well, is there anything left for Shonan now? Having got themselves what they thought was a chance to win the game. Yorimara is the latest to go down. I think he said he's got cramp in the other leg rather than the one that's being held up. What an end to the game. Satoshi Yamaguchi, none too impressed. Nine minutes remain of this game. There's still time to win this yet. Can someone win it? Oh no, say Hamatoshin as well. It's a goal kick as well. Really good piece of play by Hashimoto. Well, amazing drama. The game started with amazing drama, and is now ending with great drama as well. Long by Kengo Nagai. Again, it's all very fast and furious out there, isn't it? No one really putting the foot on the ball at the moment. It is so frenetic. You get the feeling there's another twist coming. Yamashita again involved. Well, surely they can't go from behind now and get a third, can they, Yokohama? They've got a free kick here, which Caprini will take. He has the potential to deliver a deadly ball, just like he did for the equaliser. Not this time, though. And then there's together, which will be a free kick for Yokohama. Yamashita is caught by Hirokatu Ishimari. One of those that looks innocuous but could actually be a really sore one. See the concern from his teammates here for the fullback. Shihara waits for the medical team to come on. But again, it's a lengthy delay. And now I'm told that they can come and join us. This is where the contact is. Oh, and he does go right over on it, doesn't he? The left ankle. Nishiari. Which will certainly require some treatment if he can even continue. Well, this is going to prompt another change, you would imagine. Suggestion is he's not going to be able to continue. Certainly in that situation, the defender wouldn't be staying down, with them having to defend a free kick. And at the moment, Satoshi Yamaguchi is going to try and affect the outcome of this game at both ends of the field in the last, well, you imagine it will probably be 6 or 7 minutes once we get going again. We've played 4 minutes of the 9-minute stoppage time. Shiara is just waiting for the substitute to be ready before they put him on the stretcher and take him off. Caprini has been organising just where he wants everybody, by the way, for the delivery, while you've been watching the injured man being sorted out and the substitutes being prepared. Could be a horrible ball for the goalkeeper to deal with. A couple of new players coming onto the field as well. Oh, fullback off. Keita Yamashita is going to be coming on, along with Takuya Okamoto. That's a defender and a forward. Coming onto the field. Itachi is the other who makes way. So it's 2 defenders off for a forward and a defender. They are going for broke, they are going for the win, but they have to defend this set piece first. Caprini with his left foot. Big moment in what's been a big game. It's Caprini. Oh, it's a really good header away. Such a dangerous ball again from the Brazilian. He wants to get on with it now. That was a brilliant defensive header. The goalkeeper was throwing himself at it, but Daiki Sugioka did so well. Caprini takes a gain. It's another very good defensive header away. Yamada this time clearing the ball. Caprini will try again. Free kick headed away, corner headed away. Now another corner for Yokohama. And the goalkeeper punches clear. Yamashita, Caprini. Oh, it was Nduka who was trying to get there. He flags up against the big defender. And it's all back into defend now. Thrilling game, it really has been. You've never really been able to take your eyes off it. Boniface Nduka with the header. Forward again by Hashimoto. Okamoto can't keep the ball in play. Can someone carve out one chance to win it in the time that remains? We may be going on beyond the 9 minutes. Surely a foul throw. Not exactly one from the manuals from Hashimoto, and now the counter-attack. Elianusi was making the ground, but ball wouldn't find him, and so Yokohama will go themselves. It's like a game of basketball now, and it comes through for the man they'd want it to come to, who couldn't quite take it a go. This is Caprini. Caprini again. Nice reverse ball for Nakamori. foul of Kazuki Oiwa. We've just about played the 9 minutes of stoppage time. 4 goals. Could have been another 10 really in this game. It's been so full of attacking football, full of opportunities, and still we play. Yamashita moves the ball on. It's Yokohama here, who are the side that are looking for the winner. And Shonan Bellmare are wobbling. Emphatic winners last week, hanging on for a point this week. The 10th minute of stoppage time. Caprini's take. Up goes Nduka. Attempt at the overhead kick was ambitious to say the least. Hashimoto. That's just too straight and too long. Clever ball by Song. This is Kosuke Onose. Good ball, and it's opening up, and it's a brilliant save by the goalkeeper. Kengo Nagai with a huge moment to deny Naoki Yamada. Brilliant stop with his leg. Which way will the pendulum swing now? Is the time for the home side. The goalkeeper's coming, the goalkeeper's getting as well. And now another potential counter-attack. That's good cover by Okamoto, who's fresh onto the field. What a save that was by that man. Talk about moments and these critical times in games, and you have to find that one moment of brilliance. It's another free kick. Ito was fouled. Well, surely this has to be the last opportunity. We're almost 3 minutes beyond the 9 minutes that were added. Remember, we had a lengthy stoppage for the injury to Ishihara. Here's the one more moment. Caprini with the touch, not enough to defeat the goalkeeper. Songbum Kyon able to watch it, and they'll go again. And another long ball launched downfield. It's a Yokohama throw. It's a Yokohama free kick. The flag had gone up quite late there. Well, who'd be a football manager, hey? A time in this game, it looked as though Shonan were cruising towards a victory. Yokohama's comeback has been quite outstanding. It might not be done yet. That will just ricochet away from Ogawa. And Ito, who were both hovering. Nicely done by the goalkeeper. She's not quite able to get going. Well, it's the end of what has been an enthralling J-League game under the Friday night lights in Hiratsuka. Koki Ogawa has really announced himself to the world again with 2 brilliant goals. He could have had more as well. Either side of what have been a crazy game, really, where they got off to a fly. Yokohama looked as though they were on the way to a defeat with an own goal and a really good goal by Shuta Machino. Ogawa leveled things up late on. We had the drama of a penalty given and then overturned on VAR. Right at the end, a brilliant save by the goalkeeper, Kengo Nagai, to ensure that it finished all square, honours even in what's been a brilliant game in the Lemon Gas Stadium. Shonan Bellmare 2, Yokohama 2. And if that is another indication of what lies ahead this J-League season, we really are in for a thriller. There will be disappointment for both sets of players because both will feel that they did enough to win it. Certainly that man has written himself all the headlines. Everyone knew about him from a young age. 26 goals in the second tier last season, and now 2 on his return to the J-League in this one. You see the disappointment on the Shonan players' faces. They were 2-1 up, they created a number of chances. That man kept them at bay, and a little bit of wasteful finishing as well. But right towards the end, a brilliant header by Kokiagawa to level things up. And they nearly went on and won it themselves late on. They were putting real pressure on the Shonan goal. A couple of really important defensive headers away, a couple of shots off target. Caprini there, the new Brazilian, on his second appearance for the side. With, you're going to see his left foot's going to cause real problems for teams throughout the course of this season. Well, for those in green, last week was a thriller. 5 goals, everything went right. And tonight they were behind inside a minute, 13 seconds on the clock when Ogawa put the visitors in front. It took 2-3 minutes for VAR to confirm it. It was confirmed. And then the game turned on its axis. Shuka Machino goal and that crazy own goal all within a few minutes. Now let's hear from Kokiagawa.
1点目は立ち上がり十数秒でした。どう振り返りますか？
そうですね、前がかりに最初出れて、それがいい形で抜け出して、最後は冷静に決めれたかなって思ってます。
ゴールシーン、かなり多くの人が絡んで、そして最後小川選手落ち着いて決めましたけども、チームとしてその前にという意識すごく良かったんじゃないですか？
そうですね、最初に入るときに最初は10分は必ず前がかりになってプレッシャーかけ続けようっていうところで、そうやってコミュニケーションを取ってたことがああいう風な得点につながったんじゃないかなと思ってます。
2点目はコーナーキックからでしたけども、かなり高く飛んでいました。どういった駆け引きがあったんでしょうか？
そうですね。